G'day everyone, Rach here from Book Piles. Welcome to this video where I will be sharing my 2023 reading journal. I just wanted to show this is what I had used this year, but because I had a bad year reading, I wasted an awful lot of this. There was just too much real estate in here. Oh, you see, one square. It was too big. So I decided that I would go smaller next year, rather. And I have gone for a Hobonichi, sorry about the light, Hobonichi Day Free. So I'm just going to show you how I've got it set up for now, and likely there will be is my camera moving? Do I think we are slowly slipping? I'll keep an eye on that. There will likely be some more pages added over the next few weeks. I've had a lot of fun watching people's reading journal setup videos and getting lots of ideas, so I may add some more stuff to this, but I'm quite happy with where we're at the moment. So this is an A6 size, I think that's right, A6. So, you know, there's my hand, there's my journal. So what we have, I've just clipped a few pages together. So this is, it could be anything. I see we have some ink things, okay. So I'm using this spread as a tracker. Some people use it as an index, so like if they write something in the back on the 1st of February, they'll write a title and they know here to look for what's in the back. But I'm going for a tracker and I'm using these colour dots. If I do it that way, by the time the camera gets spun round, it'll be right. So I'm recording whether the book is an e-book, a physical book, whether it's historical romance, contemporary romance, historical fiction, contemporary fiction, non-fiction, other, because I would like to, you know, branch out, and whether it's under 250 pages or over. So at the moment a lot of these Hobonichis will start in some form in December of the year before. So this is December 2022, which is why I've started here. And in fact it gives me a monthly as well. So there are all the way through to, that's the end of 2023, and then you've actually got the first 3 months of 2024 there. And then we move into monthlies. So in my monthly, I'm recording when I start a book and finish it, and then I will also be recording any readathons, any books that are due out. So that's the Miles Ever After epilogue book, I guess, T.L. Swan, and I've also got one in May. Very much looking forward to Lucinda Riley's final Seven Sisters book, Par Salt. Well, I think it's called Atlas. I've got the proper name somewhere, but I know it is Par Salt, so that's what I've got. So the Day Free just gives you months through until, that's February 24, March of 2024. And then it is just a load of blank pages. It's not dated or anything. I apologise for the camera. I'll have to figure this out because there is a light on the roof right above. Anyway, so on the first empty spread, I've got an index. So I'm treating the back of this like a bullet journal now. So I'm just indexing everything that I've got in, and I will probably do something more than just a page flag, but then again I might not either. So on my first spread, I've got my reading goals for next year. which are a lot like this year in reality. So I'm just going for 60 books, so that's a book a week plus a few extra. I hope to get close to that, if not maybe a bit more. My plan is to only buy 10 physical books. Go mad on Kindle as much as I can afford, but actual physical books in my hand, only 10. And in reality, only 9, because Past Salt will be one of them. I will have a physical book for Past Salt, and then 9 other books. So I'm not sure how I'm going to spread that out. Maybe I should have made it 12. I don't know. Anyway, the next goal is to finish the Seven Sisters series, which I did have for this year, but then they added the 8th book, so we'll finish the Seven Sisters this year. I want to read some of the backlist Lucinda Riley's I've got. I'm probably not really going to go over the goals for this year because it wasn't a good reading year. But one of the goals that I did have for this year was to complete the backlist, and I thought I was out one book, but in doing a bit of research I discovered that it was a book that has 2 names, and I already had it under the second name. She's got a couple of books where I guess in one part of the world they're called something. The one that I know of is The Light Behind the Window, is what I guess in the Commonwealth is what it's called, but in America possibly it was The Lavender Garden. So the book I was missing fell into that category. I already had it under its other name, so I've got all of her published books now. So I want to start reading a couple of those. I want to read 4 non-fiction books. The reality, I might read more, I might not. 4 is like, it's an easy enough number. 1 classic, 1 male author, and take part in 4 readathons. And there's a bit of room if I decide to add a couple of other things in, but, reading is for fun. I don't want loads and loads of things to try and do. So the next page is just my books read list. And I won't start till next year, even though I've recorded a couple of things already. This list will start in January. Sadly, unless I had moved it up, which I didn't realise at the time, this is only 56 lines. So I will need to make another page if I go over 56 books. I didn't realise at the time, but anyway, that doesn't matter. Then I've got just a checklist that I don't need to open an app or the computer for to see where I'm at. I can just look at this page. Thought I would record the books that I buy, the 10 physical books. And then this is, I think I got this possibly from somebody else, so if you recognise it, thank you, and I can't remember who you are, sorry. But this is like my own personal bingo board, and I've taken all the things from just what I came up with. Basically, I had a look at a couple of bingo boards that I've done in other readathons. So there are 25 squares. Excuse me. So read a book over 400 pages, read a book set in Australia, read a non-fiction, so that crosses off a goal as well, read a Western romance, finish the Seven Sisters, excuse me, read a pirate romance. I don't know why I put that there. I'm hoping in the bag of books that I held up in the last video there is a pirate romance, and that's why it's kind of in my head. Otherwise, we're going to have fun with that. Read an Asian author, take part in a readathon, a book with purple on the cover, a book set in Ireland, a new release, a Christmas romance, free choice, a book published before 2000, a book from the library. I'm really not good at using the library. I like to own my own books, that's half the problem, but at least I've got to do one trip to the library. A book with fruit in the title. I don't know where that came from. a book I brought back from the UK. So when I moved back 9 years ago, I brought quite a lot of books back, and I've probably skimmed the surface of those, so I need to read something from that list. A male author, a classic, both of those are in the goals. One of our two major booksellers in New Zealand is called Whitcoulls, and they publish a top 100 list. So I've said to read a book on the Whitcoulls 100 list, a book with transport on the cover. In fact, pirate and that one could actually go together, and I'm not adverse to doubling up either. A book with number in the title, a novella. So the first physical book I buy next year, and a book with trees on the cover. So that is my own personal book bingo, and it'll be interesting to see. I mean, obviously the goal is to cover, fill in, cross out, however I'm going to do it, all 25 squares out of 60 books. They should be achievable. This page is for my January TBR, which I'm still mulling over. This I got from somebody who tracked their most read tropes this year, which I thought was quite a cool idea. I do tend to stick to a same few, so I thought I would just record and how many each of them I read. So at the moment I've got enemies to lovers as my favourite trope, forced proximity and fake dating were the three that I could think of off the top of my head. So, and then any other tropes that I come across as I read them, I'll just add them to the list, and we'll see what happens at the end of the year. And this is my best in show for 2023, and I'm using stickies because the idea is that I will just keep putting stickies over the top unless it becomes too bulky and I'll have to figure out another thing. So this is where I'm going to record my favourite things, and it's so far 10 categories. So historical romance, contemporary romance, a male lead character, female lead character, the cover, the setting, a favourite quote or line, a favourite series, a side character, a funny scene, can't think of number 11, and then the overall winner favourite book for the year. So if I can figure it out by this time next year, once I've got the best for each of these things, I will print out the covers and stick them in, and I just need to come up with one more, and I just can't think of it off the top of my head. So that at the moment is everything I have got in my reading journal. And oh no, there is one more thing. At the back of all the Hobonichis, they include a series of pages. There is a graph here which I thought I might, there are two graphs actually, possibly record either the different genres I read. I don't know, we'll figure it out, I'll see. I haven't thought about it since I stuck that sticky down. And the other one is a 100 page, top 100. So this is where I'm going to actually record. I'll just write the name of the book down. The author and the rating will go in the pages inside, but I'll just list, and we'll just have a quick easy visual how many I end up reading. I will draw a line. I'll probably start on number 10 for 2023 because there's certainly no way I'm going to read five more books before the end of the year, given it's the 18th or something of December today. I'll probably get another couple more books read, and then I'll leave a gap, put 2023, and then we'll record from there. So that is it, and then just pen testing pages at the back. So that is my reading journal. Bookmark from, I think this is Once More with Love. I don't know. It's from one of those cute sticker shops. If I can find it easily, I will write it on the screen. And I will probably just keep it on my TBR page and then my little other bookmark goes into my month, and I have just a little tab thing which is easy to find that. So that is my reading journal. Thank you all for watching. I'll probably do maybe every 4 months or twice a year I'll do a flip through and see how it's going, filling it up. If there's any questions, drop them in the comments below. If you can think of an 11th category for best in show, drop it in the comments below. Yeah, I just off the top of my head I cannot think of one more thing. So yeah, anyway, that's where we're at, and I will catch you again in another video very soon. Bye for now.